guys are ready, go to the chat. Let me know if you are ready to get a refresher, an update, an up-leveling in your Facebook marketing. This is our Facebook Masterclass that we host on teamheart.net. And this is going to be a great place for you also to send your teamies who want to do Facebook the right way, right? They want to do it the right way. They want to do it without, maybe being too salesy or scaring people off, or maybe also being a bit more aggressive, because there is a fine line. Some people, they're too mysterious on social media. They're not aggressive enough. And so we're going to find that healthy, wonderful balance that's going to help attract you people every single month. Now, in LifeVantage and in Team Heart, we do have a simple system. What is it, gang? We know it. It's called ITT, Invite Tool Team, ITT. The idea here is that you invite somebody to take a look at LifeVantage and activation. You get them to some sort of tool, and then you utilize stories with your team or our Facebook group or a three-way call so that that person can get social proof of what's possible for them. And this flow helps you move somebody through the process of learning about LifeVantage. Now, I want to, before we begin totally Facebook itself and like how to market and like some of the Jedi tricks that are really working for people, we have to make a huge distinction, because I know a lot of you guys came to this call and came to this recording because you want people coming to you. Drop a 4 in the chat if you want people coming to you. Coming in your inbox, commenting on your stuff, building your followers, your friends list, asking you for your link, wanting to join, signing up on automatic. Like, that is a dream, right? And it's possible. It is possible. I have achieved that. I see it every single month. And many of your top sellers and recruiters in Team Heart, they have attracted people into their business based on their marketing. But I want to give you guys and understand that regardless of whether we go out and seek somebody or somebody comes to us, we still do the same thing, which is ITT, right? So if I go out and I make a phone call or text message somebody and I'm talking to them, I'm outbound, like pursuing them, that is called prospecting. So isn't this kind of cute? Look at the little distributors. Look at the little distributors on the left. They got their little like Team Heart shirt on. And they're excited, they're texting, they're ITTing. Prospecting is outbound, right? So write that in your notes. Prospecting is outbound. Prospecting is intentional. Prospecting is something you can control. Prospecting is something that in some senses you can kind of guarantee-ish at least your activity. You know how many people you touched, how many people you talked to, how many people you followed up with. How many guys that have done any sort of prospecting, say yes in the chat, like say I've done it, right? You made a message, you sent a text, you picked up the phone, you walked up to a salon, you walked up to somebody, whatever it might be, you stopped by somebody's house and you told them about LifeVantage. That is outbound. That is the majority of how we kind of build our business, especially in the beginning. But the second way is through marketing. Marketing is when those people are now coming to you. Notice, right? So the people are out there, and those people, marketing can be different things, guys. Back in the day, what was it? Radio, newspaper, flyers, door hangers, ad campaigns. Then it became like pay-per-click on Facebook. But now the most effective marketing, really, we have offline and online, but if we're talking about social media, we're talking about videos, we're talking about content. It might be blogs or articles or YouTubes or, social TikToks or Reels, right? So the marketing is when you do some sort of campaign to bring people to you. Now, I'll be very transparent. People ask me about marketing campaigns all the time. They'll say, Rachel, what do you recommend that I do for a trade show? And I appreciate the, like, I'm like, that is awesome. And then that's kind of like, you're kind of marketing, but you're kind of prospecting. People are kind of coming past you in a little trade show booth, but you're talking to them, right? So you're putting yourself in a position in front of new prospects. But I'll tell you, I can't coach you there because I've never done it. But I've done prospecting and I've done marketing in the way that I'm going to teach you here today, which is creating content, building a network, adding value to them, and attracting them to LifeVantage. Now, this is something I've shared before, but it bears repetition. Like, it's a really good idea for us to kind of talk about this again, is that there are 3 phases of recruiting or 3 phases of enrollment. The chat just blew up. Everyone said 4444444. Jade Peterson said 4444444, right? And so you guys want to attract people to you. I get it. It's awesome when you have somebody come to you and say, hey, I like your style. I love it. Tell me more about this collagen. Tell me more about what you're into. I want to join. I'm looking for this. It's so great. But let's tell you how it starts. Phase 1, when you're starting off in this business, you're likely 100% outbound, meaning you're reaching out to others. Now, there's exceptions. The exception would be if you have a massive social media following. Like some people, they have 100, 200, 500,000 people on their TikTok, on their Instagram, on their Facebook. Like, they can do a post and get 1,000 people to see it, right? But typically for 99.9% of us, we're going to do some outbound. We're reaching out. We're IT team. We're out there in the trenches, meaning phone calls, messages, and exposing people to the LifeVantage story. Now, phase 2 is when you've got some outbound going on, but your marketing is starting to work. So now you're doing some posts, you're doing some stories, and you got some coming into you. How many guys are in phase 2? Drop a 2 in the chat. You guys are in phase 2, meaning you're doing some outbound, but you have some kind of coming into you every so often. Maybe 1 a week, maybe 5 a week, maybe 5 a month, whatever it is. But you have some kind of coming in because some of your marketing is working, right? So now we just need to ramp that up. The third phase is when you don't have any time to even outbound because your marketing is working so well that you can't even keep up with the amount of people commenting, the amount of people DMing and responding to your campaigns, to your stories, to your reels, to your videos, to your posts, right? And everyone wants to be in phase 3, but often this is the most work, right? If you build it, they will come. If you build the following, if you build the influence, then they will come. Everyone wants to get to phase 3, but they don't understand, like, where I've been mostly phase 2 at times. I've had moments in phase 3 where I'm like, I have so many leads right now. I'm working through them. I couldn't even imagine picking up a phone call with somebody else. There's just no way. I've had moments like that in LifeVantage. I mean, I've recruited like 800 plus people, guys. Of course, I've had weeks or moments like that. Some of the top leaders all have. But are you willing to go out and do all of the grunt work to get to that? To get to the point where you have, like right now, I'll sign up 2 to 4 people a week off of Instagram. I'll make sales off Instagram, even non-LifeVantage, every single day. But I've been building my Instagram for 5 years. And some of you guys will get frustrated with Facebook after 5 weeks or 5 posts or 5 minutes. So we've got to really think that. I want you to write this down. It's not on the screen. Offline and outbound is faster. Offline and outbound prospecting is faster. It is. But marketing will keep you in the game longer. Right? I see so many of you, I recognize your names and I've known you. You've been around for years, right? Anne-Marie Perry, you've been around here for years. Michelle, years. Helga, years. Like, I know these names so well. You've been around. Alyssa, hey. Marketing is, she just nailed it. Alyssa's got 80,000 followers on Instagram. Top recruiter in the team, 8,000 in customer sales volume, 80,000. But Alyssa, how many years have you been building your following? How many years have you been pouring into Instagram? How many years have you been creating content? How many years have you been dialing in your message, your education, your value there? 8 years? 8 years. So guys, I want you to just put this in perspective. If 8 years from now, let's just say it's 2030, just to make it easy, 2030, that's 7 years from now, you have 70,000 followers. Would it be worth it? If you have 70,000 people that are following you, and when you do a post, and Alyssa does this, she'll recruit 20 to 30 people a month. Like that. 20 to 30 people a month. Now, did Alyssa do the outbound? Yeah, she did. Some of her closest friends are in her team. That's how she clawed her way to build her brand. She started with 4 part-time jobs. I mean, just like personal training. She was like a personal assistant. I mean, she was like running all over town, doing all these jobs, and network marketing saved her so she could claw her way job to job, quit, so she could build a 6-figure enterprise in nutritional consulting, right? Yeah, Alyssa, throw it. It's biohacking bombshell. You guys need to follow her because you'll get a lot of ideas. She weaves in per tandem. And now a little bit of collagen. She does Nerf 2, Nerf 1, Axio a ton, ProBio. She weaves it into her marketing as an integrative health practitioner. Are you willing to do it? Are you willing to put in the work? Now, I know you guys are wondering. We just talked about Instagram for a second. That's not tonight. We're going to talk about effective strategies. We're going to talk about growing your LifeVantage business on Facebook. Because guys, until you can master Facebook, I don't want you even thinking any other app. Don't waste your time with Instagram. I wouldn't even waste your time with TikTok, honestly. I think Montana just like banned it. Like it's just, don't put your eggs in that basket. It's just too risky at all. Before you move on to another app, master Facebook. Master Facebook. All right. Now I want to give you guys a caveat. This is important. Guys, look at me. This will not be the end all be all, meaning I'm not going to tell you every little button and every little tactic, meaning I'm going to talk overarching about Facebook Reels, but you might have to go to YouTube and watch a couple of videos about Facebook Reels. Write this in the comments. Be resourceful. Be resourceful. The best leaders, the best marketers, the best entrepreneurs, they are highly resourceful. People are like, where'd you learn how to do this? Google. No, that's not true. YouTube. I've learned how to do almost everything that you've seen me do on YouTube. I've learned Facebook on YouTube. I've learned Instagram. I learned how to do an Instagram reel off of YouTube. Some 14-year-old chick taught me how to do an Instagram reel. I learned how to do PowerPoints on YouTube. I learned how to speak. I learned how to train. I learned how to recruit. I learned how to garden. I'm learning all sorts of baby and maternity and prenatal kind of stuff. All YouTube. Be resourceful. I don't know is the greatest lie that any entrepreneur says. The greatest lie that a LifeVantage, I don't know. I don't know how, Rachel. I don't know how to start a Facebook group. I don't know how to edit and filter my photos. I don't know how to use that app. Go learn. It's all free. It's free 99. It's so exciting.